Welcome to the Real Talk Podcast. It's your boy Hot Quest. Thank you for tuning in today on my first episode of the first podcast I ever dropped. Thank you again. Like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast. It's your boy Hot Quest, and today we're going to be talking about relationships and how relationships can affect your mentally and spiritually and emotionally health and well-being in life. And like as a teenager, and me speaking on this subject is a very sensitive subject. And I feel as if going through heartbreaks and going through a lot of other things, it can really break you down, but it can also express the person you really are. Like say you go through a heartbreak with like a girlfriend or a boyfriend, it really expresses how you really were in that relationship or how you really are in general. Like I'm speaking as a well being. Like I done been through a heartbreak before and I know how it feels. And like I wouldn't want nobody else to go through it, but that's life. At the same time point, you just gotta go with it. But I feel as if a relationship can actually open a person's mind to better well beings and to actually getting out and just trying to be the better person they can be before hopping back into another relationship. I feel as if a male goes through a heartbreak way worse than a female. Now that's just my opinion. You can bash me in the comments all you want to, but that's just my opinion. And I feel as if a male doesn't show heartbreak or doesn't show emotions throughout his next few relationships after that first heartbreak. I feel as if a male it's hard to open up. When you go through that first heartbreak, it's hard to open up again because you actually trusted that one female or one person with your heart, and they actually broke it. Like you can give somebody so much to where they actually show you their true colors, if I put it like that. But that's life, and that's part of life. And I feel as if other than that, I think this world would be a better place. Male gratuity is the next subject, and I want to speak on male gratuity the most because I feel as if male gratuity doesn't exist anymore. Like, why do women feel it's okay to say, "Oh, I can do this on my own"? But that's a male. But a male is trying to help you, guide you into the right areas, and you say, "Oh no, I can do this on my own." Don't get me wrong. An independent woman is probably one of the best women actually alive on this earth. A woman that can actually provide for herself and don't have to wait on nobody. But at the same time, if a male is trying to actually help and trying to actually support you in something, and you say, "Oh no, I don't need your support," or "No, I don't need your help," and that I just feel as if that's being rude. No offense, but I just feel that's being rude in the case of you just saying, "Oh, I could do it on my own," or "I don't need no male help." But that's what men are here for, to help a woman or to help a young boy or to help anybody in general succeed in life. Like a male will give up and trade everything in that he done went through just to make that girl happy. And a female can change a male. Don't get me wrong, because a female has so much power on a male to where the male can actually change himself from actually being like, "Oh, I was this hood person smoking, selling drugs," to, "Oh, I'm a Christian man and I'm in the church and you feel me?" A female can actually change that, but it's actually what a male wants to do. But male gratuity, I feel as if that doesn't really exist anymore, and like I could say that me personally, I don't experience that a lot. That it doesn't exist anymore. Like women have got to the point where it's like, "Oh, I could be independent," or "I don't need a male help," or "This dude can't do nothing I can't do for myself." Now, don't get me wrong, that's perfectly fine. But at the same time, it's just like, what are we here for? As a well-being human on this earth today, I feel that our number one support is probably our best support from our girlfriend to our parents to our grandparents to anybody in our close inner circle, and maybe even an enemy. But I feel that that's our number one support, because as if they could tell you, they can motivate you in any type of way. Like they can motivate you in a hate way to make you want to, show them, "Oh, I could be better than them," or, "Oh, I could do what you tell me I can't do," to it being in a relationship type way where it's like, "Oh, this not hitting right, man," or, "Oh, this not hitting right," or restart that this ain't gonna get you where it's gonna get you. Like, yeah, that's gonna be a raw. Like, I feel as if a male and a female combined in a relationship, in a best friend relationship or a relationship wise as friendship, girlfriend or boyfriend, it doesn't really matter, that y'all are each other's rocks. Like, y'all are each other's rocks to make y'all want to go and be something with y'all life, and not just sit around and be like, oh, what are we gonna do for the rest of our life. And there's plenty other opportunities to actually just get out here and go. And I feel as if you could be your worst critic, but also can be your number one support, because you could be like, oh, this ain't hitting right, Quiz, or oh, this ain't hitting right. You feel me? Let me restart. And my best friend, we was on the phone earlier, and she told me, oh, straight up, you probably need to sit down and write it down, like write down your topics and everything. That's really my support system, because I wasn't really thinking about that. I was really just gonna freestyle everything, and she told me just sit down and write about topics and just flow with the topics. And that actually really helped, because now I ain't already knew what to talk about till she told me what to really write down and really to talk about. Like I say, that's an example of being a support system, or being a number one support, is like telling that person, oh, this ain't gonna hit right, or oh, do it this way, or oh, try it this way. You feel me? I feel as if a first love is a person that's actually like, I don't know how to put it. A first love is somebody that you actually loved, or you actually gave your all to, in generosity. Like, you could be like, oh, I love this person, or this or that, but first love probably the person that's gonna hit deep, and you ain't gonna wanna, you gonna think, oh, that's puppy love. Like, nah, that was actually love, that you actually love that person, but at the same time, probably didn't love you the same way you love them. Like, I feel as you go through your first heartbreak in life, it's probably the biggest outcome of what makes you, like, you could be like, oh, this could fuel me, or this could hurt me, but many people cope with it different. Like, I don't know, it's just the way I think. And I feel like it being your first love, that person could actually damage you badly, to where you just don't look at yourself the same way, you don't feel the same about a lot of things, but you got to keep going, and you just got to keep pushing through it. Like, you got to make that other person smile through it all. Like, don't get me wrong, I ain't a perfect person, but at the same time, I make sure everybody's straight before I'm straight. Right time, wrong moment is a good example of finding, like, oh, this is my first love. Oh yes, she was the one back then, but y'all broke up and y'all went y'all separate ways. But somehow, some way, y'all end up coming back together, and y'all start loving again, and y'all start showing each other, oh yeah, this was actually what we wanted in the beginning, but we wasn't ready for it. I think right time, wrong moment actually still exists, and I feel that, like, it's okay to say it exists, because, like, you might not have loved that person genuinely back then, that you love them right now. You feel me? Like, you might say, oh, yeah, it was just puppy love back then, but right now it's something totally different. Like, you actually genuinely love that person, and you actually really care about her, and you want to care about her or him, and you want to see them succeed and be the better person they could be. That's going back to referring to the number one support. Like, that number one support can be anybody, no matter who it is. Like, you can have a bad heartbreak, or a bad, like, relationship, or a bad friendship that actually puts everything at halt, and you gotta find your way to dig yourself back up and keep moving. But you all gonna attract to each other more, and once y'all attract to each other, like, y'all just want y'all separated, but somehow, some way, somebody pulling y'all back together, you feel me, and y'all actually starting to click more. I can say that that's actually a good thing more than being a bad thing, because y'all wasn't really ready for that stage, and wasn't ready for, oh, this or oh, that, or yeah, y'all probably been in love back then, but y'all really want to see each other at y'all best form, and y'all supporting each other, and y'all actually loving each other, and y'all started off as friends, and you're working your way from friends to best friends, and so on and so forth. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, and tune back in next Tuesday.